Bitterly cold temperatures out there tonight, but I have my eyes on a developing winter storm. A first call for snowfall is just ahead.
With temperatures dropping so low, city leaders are concerned about anyone sleeping on the streets.
A couple of blankets just isn't going to do it.
How you can help those in need get inside.
My dad was up here in no time. As soon as my dad came in, they ran out the back.
Why a Pulaski County woman is calling her father a hero after waking up and finding intruders in her home.
WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Good evening. Well, if you're looking to do something this weekend, you should probably make plans to do it inside if at all possible. We are in for a bitterly cold weekend.
Well, with those dangerously cold air and the possible snow that is in store, we are continuing our WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day. We begin tonight with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Yeah, wind chills tonight likely going below zero, especially as we get into the pre-dawn hours and then early on Saturday morning. Big blast of Arctic air engulfing much of the eastern half of the country, announcing its arrival with some snow showers and flurries that are beginning to develop. A lot of the leading edge of this not getting down to the ground as of yet. We go into northern Kentucky, southern parts of Indiana and Ohio. You see a couple of those brighter white spots. That's where we're getting in on some true snowflakes that are actually making it down to the ground. Not a lot of snow by any stretch of the imagination. Snow showers and flurries is basically the name of the game tonight and early tomorrow morning. Arctic air, though, coming in behind that will pick up a little bit of moisture from parts of Lake Michigan, helping to promote those snow flurries into the day tomorrow. Snow showers, flurries around. Look at your temperatures by tomorrow morning. If skies clear where you live, you'll hit the high single digits. If you stay cloudy, yeah, it's a bonus into the low teens. Wind chills, though, 0 or below, and we may hang into the low single digits, if not right at 0, for the better part of tomorrow. That is how the weekend is starting. Hour by hour forecast, though, will track not only the cold into town tonight, but guys, when I come back in a few minutes, we'll expand that out through the weekend and show you some snow that arrives for Valentine's Day.
Well, as the temperatures drop tonight, city leaders are asking people to stay inside if possible.
Investigators in Lexington believe the cold weather caused another death. They say that 22-year-old Justin Adams was found dead along Nicholasville Road last night.
City leaders ask that if you see someone in need, to encourage them to go to a shelter. Our Monique Blair is live now in Lexington for us. Monique?
Well, hi, Sam and Amber. Community officials tell me because of how cold it is supposed to get tonight, people really need to be on alert and stay inside. At the same time, several community groups are doing everything they can tonight to bring people inside who don't have a home.
We really want to try and coax them to come to one of the shelters. We have room, we have beds, they make room on a night like this.
Charlie Lanter is the director of the Office of Homelessness in Lexington. He says oftentimes it's difficult to persuade some people to come inside during weather like this, especially those with mental illnesses and substance addictions.
Well, a night like this, they got to get help. They can't, we can't wait now. We got to get them off the street.
Lanter says you too can help, and our cameras were rolling this afternoon at the Hope Center as more than 1,200 care packages were dropped off at the shelter.
Toothpaste, toothbrushes, chapstick, cough drops, Band-Aids.
The packages were all put together and donated by students in the leadership program at Maxwell Elementary School.
I think it'll make them feel special.
Now, Lanter says if you see anyone out that you believe may need help, you can call or text the number that's on your screen. And although your call or text will not be responded to, every call or text will be checked out. I'm reporting live in Lexington. Monique Blair, WKYT.
Monique, thank you. And several organizations will be out tonight in Lexington looking for anyone who may need a warm place to stay. You can track the snow along with the latest traffic situations with the WKYT Weather Plus Traffic app. You can download that for free in the app or Google Play stores.
She says her father came to her rescue tonight. 2 men face charges after police say they broke into a home in Pulaski County this morning. It happened along Piney Grove Road. A woman who lives in the home called 911 and her father. And as Phil Pendleton found out, her father's quick actions helped police catch both suspects.
Just dumped everything. It's a mess. All created by two intruders in Megan Baker's Piney Grove Road home. Baker says she woke up to the sounds of the two inside her home at 7:30 Friday morning, but she questions how long they had been inside.
And so then I just picked up the phone and I called my dad and I told him that there was people in the house and to come up here.
Her dad showed up. One ran into the woods, the other down the driveway.
Screaming and yelling, you know, everybody was running around, and then he had like a little pistol with him, and he shot like 3 rounds towards the guy.
That man, 39-year-old David M. LaFavors, was held at gunpoint until police arrived. Interestingly enough, this abandoned home caught fire just moments after the home invasion. The second suspect, I am told, was either seen near this house or actually possibly in this house. Police say that man is 28-year-old Kyle Cordell, whom they believe may have set the house on fire to stay warm after the break-in.
Oh, I just hope that they have learned their lesson, that today was like an eye-opener for them, that, I mean, it could have, like, the situation could have been worse. They could have gotten shot. You know, they could be dead right now. At least they are in jail and not dead.
In fact, police say LaFavors was arrested just last month in another home invasion, but was released after posting a large property bond.
It's crazy that he was already given one chance and then did the exact same thing.
Now Megan Baker is just thankful her father arrived just in the nick of time. In Pulaski County,
He was just trying to protect me, just being a good dad.
Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Police have charged David LaFavors with burglary. Kyle Cordell is charged with burglary and arson. Both men are in the Pulaski County Jail.
He's accused of using his position at a church to have sex with a juvenile. Lexington police arrested Tony Sassnet earlier this week. He used to work for the Greater Faith and Apostolic Church. Sassnet is charged with 5 counts of rape and prohibited use of an electronic communication system. Garrett Weimer has the latest now on the details behind the charges in this Crime Tracker report.
Tony Sassnet appeared in court today by video for his arraignment. He didn't speak, but his attorney entered a not guilty plea for him. Sassnet was arrested Thursday. He's charged with 5 counts of raping a girl his arrest citation says is under 18 years old. The complaint states that Sassnet was in a, quote, position of special trust with the girl. The website for Greater Faith Apostolic Church listed Sassnet as their home Bible study director before that page was taken down later in the day. Police tell us Sassnet met the victim at church. The church's pastor told us in an email that Sassnet was a part-time employee at the church. He says they fired him as soon as they heard about this. The arrest citation also says the victim's phone had sexually explicit messages from Sassnet, as well as messages asking for nude pictures. In court, his attorneys told the judge they dispute that Sassnet was in a position of special trust with the girl. In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
And Sassnet denied our request for an interview from jail.
We now know what started a massive fire last month at the Bluegrass Stockyards in Lexington. Investigators announced today the fire was started accidentally by construction workers on the roof. Firefighters say a worker was using a circular saw to cut metal roofing, which caused some sparks that spread to some combustible materials. The fire ended up destroying the stockyards and about half a dozen nearby businesses.
I mean, I stood there for a while because I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was just devastated.
But because of one mistake, a lot of people suffered, and some people might not be able to get their business back.
The 2-week investigation has ruled out any criminal wrongdoing.
New tonight, a state senator is calling for a new audit of the Kentucky Horse Park. Senate Majority Floor Leader Damon Thayer wants to review claims of mismanagement. Thayer says an older audit found flaws in the awarding of contracts by the horse park. He says he believes taxpayer money has been wasted. The state tourism cabinet says they support an updated audit. Thayer also introduced a bill today to change the membership of the commission that oversees the Kentucky Horse Park. A Kentucky lawmaker has filed a bill that would limit the distribution of erectile dysfunction drugs. Representative Mary Lou Marizan filed the bill today. It would require men to meet with a doctor twice. That's not all. It also requires that men get consent from their spouse to get the drug and swear with their hand on a Bible that they will only use the drug when having sexual relations with their spouse. Marizan told our partners at the Herald Leader that the bill is in response to the changes to the state's informed consent law.
He says he is very sorry, but today we have learned that a man known as UK's Boogeyman will not be allowed to dance anymore in the stairway at Rupp Arena.
That announcement comes after he fell holding a young girl while dancing on Tuesday at Rupp during the game. But he won't have to stop dancing altogether. Michelle Chamberlain is talking to the man in a story that's new at 6.
I just wanted to dance. Darren
Moscow is Rupp Arena's Boogeyman King. Tuesday night, UK Boogeyman, as he's known, fell while holding a young girl and dancing in the stairway at Rupp Arena.
I wish in the world I wouldn't have did that, and I didn't even think about what age or anything she was. I just made a bad mistake.
Although 10-year-old Aubrey Derrickson had no hard feelings toward him,
I think it hurt him more than it did me.
UK Boogeyman had this to say to the young UK fan.
I'm so sorry and sad that I made that happen to her. I didn't want anything like that to happen to her.
Boogeyman's brother told WKYT that UK Athletics reached out to him this morning. They asked that Darren keep the boogieing to his seat instead of the stairway. UK Athletics sent us this statement. UK Athletics is aware of the accident involving 2 fans in the lower bowl at Tuesday night's game. It goes on to say, to provide all guests with a safe and enjoyable experience, UK Athletics is emphasizing that all fans keep stairways and entry and exit ways clear. Darren says he is sad to no longer be able to dance on the stairs or slide down the handrail, but
Doesn't matter where I dance, I just dance.
in Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
UK Athletics tells us they talked to Moscow one other time several years ago about staying out of the stairway when dancing.